Hi there. So I am jumping on because I had the wrong time in my calendar. And Zibby Owens was here talking to herself for 18 minutes about her book that I was sitting here waiting to talk to her about. So anyway, if she does pop on and can still jump on here, because I'm sure she's doing 1,000 things today, I will watch for her. But her book is blank. You guys know that I've been to her bookstore in Santa Monica, did an event there, and I know a lot of you guys wanted to talk to her. So if I see her pop on here, and I'll try to do a request. I'm just mortified that I had this in my calendar at another time for 6 o'clock, and I'm not really good with the me out. Anyway, so we're talking about her book. So she is also the author of Bookends, but this is a great book, by the way. If anybody is a writer out there or wants to be a writer out there, if you've ever started to write a book and she talks about this, like, and you see the little blinking, like, I've got to write something and I have no idea what to write. It's the most intimidating thing in the world. And, and that's what this is about. Is like, it's a fiction book, but that's what this is about. And she's just, I mean, she has like this lovable character in the book and talking about the publishing industry. And she's done such an incredible job really, changing the face of so many things I will show you all my favorite books, but this is the one we're talking about today. So hopefully Zibby can jump on. She just said I missed it, and I feel so terrible because I thought it was at 6 o'clock. Anyway, if she pops on here, because I sent over a request. That was good. No, I don't mean if you continue looking. Oh yeah, if you continue looking at the screen, the words don't disappear. No, they don't. And so I heard her telling the story to a friend of mine, Mary Calvi, this morning on CBS, saying um, that her son had said to her, like, just turn it in blank, because sometimes when you can't figure out what to write, you just feel like I just can't do it. Anyway, so she's just doing some incredible things for authors out there and helping bring new talent to this industry and to writing and to publishing. And when I was at WPIX, I had her on the air several times there on some of her writers. So it's exciting to see. But anyway, I'll keep looking for her and keep talking to myself, because I didn't realize that I totally missed that. I'm just mortified. But you guys have me right now to talk to if you want to. The book's about the publishing industry. It explores all things about a woman that's writing a book, in blank, and dealing with it. And it's got heart and emotion, and it's got all those things that a book needs, and it's not easy to do that. So when you fall in love with a character in a book, it's because somebody really put their heart and soul into that. And Zibby did that. I think she's got a she's got a publishing, she's a publisher now, so she has a lot of other books coming out at the same time. And then I think she has another book coming out too, next year as well, which is pretty amazing. So if you're ever in Santa Monica, and I don't know if she has other stores open right now, but Santa Monica is where her bookstore is. And I go there all the time because I'm around the corner from it. So that's kind of fun to see what's in the window and what she's showing. But anyway, so I think I see her coming on. I
Hi. Sorry, now
am
I'm
so
in the car.
mortified. I was like, I'm
Okay.
going to get on and just talk about her book myself.
Hi.
I am so sorry. I don't know why it was in my calendar different. How are
That's
you?
no, it's okay. I ended up doing like a, Q&A with people who were there, and people are like, "What would your last meal be? And what's your favorite song?"
I
And I
got
was like, I don't know. I don't know."
well, everyone's like, "What's the book about? Talk about it." And so I did it in the best of my ability, but I think that your words will be a lot better. And I was actually listening on the way back home because I've been sitting here waiting for the interview. I
Oh,
was listening to your interview with my friend Mary Calvi,
oh
and you
yeah,
talking
that was
about how
fun
you came up with
today.
the title. So
That's so
anyway,
fun.
well, so how are
Um,
you, my friend? It's good to see you.
I'm good. I'm on my way to this other publishing panel. But
Okay.
anyway, yes, blank. Did you want me to tell you what it was about? Was that the question?
Yeah, well, I mean, people want to know what it's about, and I told them, what I know it's about, but I think it should come from you because I think that vicariously we all live through parts of the characters, right? That are with us. And when you're staring at a screen and the little clickers blinking and you're
Right?
part of this publishing world that we've taken over now, you know more about it than me.
Yes, it Blank is a fun, fast-paced read about an author named Pippa Jones who is hard at work trying to think of an idea for her second novel to follow up the first big success, and she can't think of what to write. And one night at dinner, her son suggests that she hand it in blank, and so she thinks, okay, I can do that. It'll be a commentary on the publishing industry, kind of like The Emperor's New Clothes, or the way in art, how a
Yep.
blank canvas was actually a commentary on, art in
Art.
general. And so she does it, and it upends her life. And the rest of the book is about the impact of that decision and everything going on in her kids' lives, and with her three best friends from college, her troubled marriage, and her mom, and everything else. So it's it takes place over 6 days, so the timeline is very compressed and helps speed it up, I hope.
And easy to read. And I think that that's always fun because when you're living in, when you're like living in a character's world for a little while, it's kind of nice. I think you compare things in your own life. And I do feel like I don't read enough fiction, these days. I'm always like, I need help. But the fiction is really what I grew up doing. I mean, that's what I grew up reading. We're probably read so many of the same books, but
Yes.
those things got me through. Every summer, my mom had a book club, with my brother and I, and we had to read all the
Oh,
books
I
every
love that.
summer. Yeah, we
That
would
is
go to the
so
library,
cool.
check out the books. Yeah, it was always a fun time. So I know books are super special to you too. And where can I buy the book? You can buy the book anywhere you buy books, right?
Yes.
Or
In
Zibby's
fact,
books.
yes, you can buy a signed copy, actually at a lot of different bookstores, because I've been trying to get to a lot of bookstores
Good,
in New York City and
good.
all over Massachusetts. But also, if you go to zibbymedia.com and put search for blank, you can get a signed copy from Zibby's Bookshop shipped to you, or just get it anywhere. I mean, honestly, anywhere. And I found out
Oh,
today it is a USA Today bestseller.
oh my gosh,
I know,
congratulations.
I
That's
know. I'm so
awesome.
excited.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
Here's a book cover, guys. I know it comes over backwards, but blank. Um, Let me ask you something. How many books have you written now?
So technically, this is my fifth published book, but the first
Yes.
two were anthologies of essays I collected from authors who
Okay.
had been on my podcast. And
Okay.
then I wrote a children's book, which doesn't really count because there are like 12 words in the whole thing.
Okay.
I mean, not 12, but it's a children's book. And then so it's technically my second, really, because my memoir came out last year
Right.
called
I remember,
Bookends, a
remember
memoir of
bookends.
love, loss, and
Yeah.
literature. And this is my very, very first novel, as Susie.
That's what I thought.
Uh,
I didn't think this was your second because I was like, oh, is it two or one? But I remember bookends. So,
yeah.
oh,
So, in
wonderful.
fact,
I'm so
in
proud of you.
bookends, speaking of books we used to love, I sort of talk about my whole life in the context of the books that I was reading at the time. And at the end, I have this huge reading list, which Tamsen, I bet, since we were reading a lot at the same time, you probably
Oh,
could
yeah.
do like a checklist and check off the ones that you've read, that I've read, and all of
All
that.
of them. I mean,
Yeah,
there weren't as many books as there are nowadays to choose from, right? So, and then you just, that's what
that's
you
what we did.
read.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something because I know since the last time we talked, you've launched Zibby Media, and I know I've talked a bit about the bookstore already, but tell me what you have going on for people that don't know, because I bless you, because I know what you do is really uplift. Bless you. You uplift. Yes, a USA Today bestseller. Somebody just wrote that comment. You uplift other writers, and I think that there's something so special about that because you're putting voices out there in the world, and that's a big deal. And a lot of times, the publishing industry, it can be scary or intimidating, or doesn't feel like you don't even know where to begin. And I just feel like you've made that very accessible to a lot of people. Can we talk a little bit about the different parts of what your business is now?
Sure. So the first thing that I started was my podcast, Moms Don't Have Time to Read Books,
Right.
which I've had daily since 2020, and I'm about to slow down because I mean that's crazy. I can't do this anymore. No, it's going to focus on better.
Good.
Anyway, I'll have a new pitch soon,
Good.
but it'll be not every day anymore. Um, so I do that, and because I spoke to so many authors at this point, I've interviewed 1,800 authors, which is nuts.
That's nuts.
I know,
You have a
right? It's so
library.
nuts, but
You
it's so,
literally have a library
I
of
know.
authors.
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. Um, I know. I was thinking like at the beginning, I had this whole long list of authors would be on my dream list,
Right.
and
Right.
now I've like interviewed them all. It's the craziest thing.
There's no more
Um,
too much.
I know, it's so neat. You must feel that way too. You've interviewed like so many people. Um,
Well, I mean, it's just, but all authors, that's very cool. That's because I feel like you learn a lot from the interview too, along with, the book, and then layered on top of that is what you learn from the author, the behind the scenes of it all.
yes, which I love. And I asked everybody for advice. So secretly, I've been getting my own like
Good,
master class for
good.
6 years. And you can hear the.
I know. And when you have to go, scream at me because it's
No,
totally
no,
my
no. It's
fault.
all good. This is sort of cozy. Um, so I talked to all these authors and found.
Oh, I think I lost you, Zibby. I don't hear your voice anymore. Did I lose your headset? There you go. That's
Getting a phone
okay.
call. I was
That's
getting a
okay.
phone call. Erin Washington is back. She was the one helping me out a minute ago. So
Yes.
look, it all worked out. Um, so we started a publishing house. We do one book a month in fiction and memoir, and we've really tried to reimagine it as a place of true connection and community. And we take all the authors away on retreats and they all get to know each other and support each other and learn from each other, and rising tide
Right.
lifts all boats is
Yep.
sort of my motto.
Yep.
Well, not a motto, but I won't claim it, but anyway, I like it.
But I get
um,
it, and you're
you
right.
get
You're right.
it. So we do that. We have a book that just came out yesterday called Hereafter, which is also a book of the month club pick. It's beautiful by Amy Lynn, and Wedding Issues is coming next. And what else do? We do reading retreats, which you have to
Yes.
come on,
I
Tamsin.
would
You'd have so
love
much
that.
fun.
I would
It
really love that. I think that would be great.
It's not for writers. There's so many
Right.
writing retreats, but this is just
Right.
if you love to read. And we don't just sit around and read. Although I think we should add that as a component where we
I
sit and
gotta
read together.
tell you that I look forward to that at the end of every day. Like I really do now because I feel there's so much noise out there, and I just feel like if I can have that little quiet time, it's
I,
meaningful.
I agree. I agree. What are you reading now?
Well, I was reading your book, so I got halfway through that, and I'm doing some research though because I'm in the process of writing right now. So, and then
Yes.
I'm reading Bending Reality too, which
Ooh.
is another book that's out there. But they've been in the self help genre, and I was also reading one called The
Uh-huh.
Change, which was one
Yep.
was a fun one, and so I just finished that one. So yeah, so I've got a few on my nightstand, but I'm writing at the same time. So every once in a while, I'm like words everywhere, words, but it helps spark my I don't know, it helps me out somehow. It helps release my mind a little bit from too much focus.
And wait, tell me how it's been going out on your own, and your whole new branding is amazing. Your
Oh, you're
Instagram, like
so
all
sweet.
of the imagery. No, it's so
Thank
polished
you.
and it looks amazing.
Thank you.
How has it been? Do you enjoy it? You've like started your own sort of network of yourself. It's perfect.
Yeah, I do. I'm really enjoying it. I'm in the process right now, just kind of working through what's next, launching a podcast, not every day, every week.
Yep.
I don't know
Probably
how you
better.
do that.
Yep.
But I really enjoy interviewing people, and so I want to figure out where I do that consistently because that's something that I really enjoy. And like you said, I feel like I learn from them, and I feel like there's so much that we have to offer each other, and we have access to do it easier now than we ever have, and so there's no excuse not to. And and I think that that's always been what I've been as a conduit to, brilliant people doing brilliant things. I can give somebody else information or inspiration, and I think you certainly do that.
Thank
I
you.
think you certainly do
Thank
that. And
you.
I love how you lift other people up. I think it's a big deal. Like, I get your newsletter and I see the people that come to the bookstore and I see how you're constantly doing that, wherever it is. And I me as promoting and supporting other women, what a big deal I think that is.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
love that. I love it. Yeah. The bookstore I should have mentioned, I guess,
Yeah.
is also super fun, and
Yeah.
we
I did.
do
I was
tons
talking
of
about the
events.
bookstore
And
before because
yeah.
you're literally around the corner from my house
Oh
there
my
in LA.
gosh. Oh
Yeah.
my
So I
gosh.
walk by all the time and I'm always like, should I send her another picture of the bookstore? I'm not going to do that again.
Oh, I'll take as many as you want. Yeah, sure. I have to go
Go,
into
go,
do
go.
this panel
Go
now.
do your thing. Thank you so much. All
But
right, guys,
Tessa, thank you.
USA Today bestseller. Did you just find that out?
I found it out this morning. Yeah,
Oh,
so
I'm so
exciting.
excited. I'm so
Thank,
excited. Guys, pick up blank Zibby
thank
Owens and
you.
I'll make sure it's up at the top too. Okay, go have a good
Thank
night and
you. Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank
Sorry
you.
again.
That's okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.